It's Motivational Mondays. We're going on location today. I've never done this before. I have no idea how the sound is, but here we are. Motivational Mondays. Today's topic is in the waiting season. So what does that mean? So as you're going through your day-to-day, what are the goals that you're looking to achieve and what has not been achieved yet? So if we go back to Ecclesiastes 3, talks about the seasons. There's a season for everything. There's a season for waiting. There's a season for action. There's a season in everything that we do. And I've had a few clients that have been experiencing some of that, the waiting. It's tough to wait. And I'm just going to share my own personal testimony as we think about this waiting season. So I got into this behavior science and this coaching industry back in 2014 and spent about 2.5 years working on building a coaching business. And it didn't work out to my expectation. Well, it didn't work out at all. But I kept telling Craig, my husband, and he wasn't even my husband at the time, we got to pray about it. Finally got my breakthrough, which was going into corporate healthcare and doing behavior science coaching with chronic health. And I got an opportunity to really dive in with clients handed to me on a silver platter. And I did that for 7 years, did chronic health, and then also did type 2 diabetes remission coaching. And then God called me into bringing together behavior science with biblical principles 34 months ago now. So as we think about the waiting period, my waiting period has been crazy. Oh, we've got somebody on board here today. Hello. My waiting period has been crazy as I think about this process of entrepreneurship and building clientele and having and supporting people. So one of my waitings that I'm celebrating today is I have spent, and I don't really share a lot of this, but I spent about 6 months back in corporate, working 20 hours a week in supporting 40 to 60 clients a month. And that closed up on Saturday because now we got 3 people on board. This is so exciting, and 4. Now we are doing, I'm done now corporate coaching, and now I'm just excited to share my waiting got over. I'm supporting a local small business, Cool Beans Coffee and Ice Cream, with their marketing, some coaching, some executive coaching, and supporting just getting back in the community again. So how do we get through those times where we either feel that we're being underused, undervalued? How do we get through those times of waiting when we know that we have something that we want to get to? How do you get through that? There is a goal, there is something that you're going after, but it's not here yet. Well, God does this on purpose, because when we are going through those time frames that we really want something, but it's not showing up, that's an opportunity that God is refining your character to prepare you for something really special. And it never looks like the way we think it's going to look. It always looks very different because God is way bigger than us. So as you just sit with yourself today and you're asking yourself, what is God preparing you for? This is the difference of saying, okay, life is happening for me versus life is happening to me. So when life happens and you're like, okay, this thing happened, things aren't meeting your expectations, it can be really easy to start feeling sorry for yourself because things aren't lining up the way you expect them. But when we ask ourselves, when we shift that mindset and reframe to life is happening for me, that means that gives you an opportunity to learn lessons in every single moment of life. Every single moment of that experience, what are you grateful for in that moment? What gratitude is showing up? And what is God doing in your character? So that is flipping that script from, hey, poor me, poor, pitiful me, to, oh my gosh, I am excited to see what God is doing with this. How come that happens? How come things shift when we start to focus on what we're grateful for and what we're thankful for? Because it goes back to the Bible. This is part of God's plan for your path. So all of that said, your challenge today over the next 7 days until our next installment of Motivational Mondays is, how are you perceiving your circumstances? And then how do you flip that script so that every circumstance has an opportunity for personal growth and development? All right, that's it. I hope today's on location. Oh, by the way, this is my pool area where I live. And that tree we call the tree of life. Well, I call it, my husband calls it that same thing too, the tree of life. Because doesn't it look cool, like the Bible back in Genesis? It's kind of big. Like, I don't even know, somebody will know what kind of tree that is. And then there's the grill. I don't know. Kind of fun. The tree of life. Okay, that's enough, y'all. We'll see you next week for another installment of Motivational Mondays. Bye for now.